What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's well. Today we got with us two, two in the camera and two in behind the camera.
In the cut.
Sadly, we don't have the space for all today. Not there yet, but we will be there soon. Anyways, how you guys feeling tonight?
Feeling good.
You guys got a show after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you guys have
Pretty
to
much.
introduce yourself. I forgot to introduce you.
Okay, yeah, I'll go first. I'm Justin, but most people just call me JD now, and I'm in the Nite Shift. It's a little band we made.
Nice.
I'm Daniel. Some people refer to me as Dxrari, also part of the Nite Shift. And yeah,
Nice. And what are your guys' roles? How much people is there in the band? First of all.
Okay.
I always forget the number on the top of my head. It's five.
We have currently in the band we have 5 playing. Funds is member 2.
Shout out Funds.
Oh wait, who's fun? He's fun.
He's Funzy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Funzy.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was you the whole time. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, what's up, bro?
Yeah, that's Funds. And then
I thought he's some cool guy. Like I don't know. It's like, oh, they right along a cool guy.
we have 2 members that they're just a little busy too, so like they're just doing their own thing right now, but they were in our first show, so but it would have been like 7 people in the band, but right now it's just 5.
You guys feel like it's hard, kind of keeping control when there's a lot more people working on one thing?
I think it's like a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah, I think it definitely is a challenge, but especially like recently too, just opening up to each other and just being more honest and just events happening, like we're just trying to work on that a little more. Like we know it's a concern that we all have, and
Yeah.
that we just want to make sure like the workflow is like as best as possible, because we know we're a lot of people.
Right.
Then like ideas can just go everywhere. Some people can't like do certain things, or like some people feel certain ways, like, oh, are they ignoring something, even though like it's not even like what's actually happening, just because there's just so much things happening.
Yeah, so many opinions, so many inputs.
Yeah.
So many people to please or have to make them understand, or, it's just a lot to work with. But it's cool when you work it out, when you
Yeah.
manage it,
Yeah, I feel like that probably builds more of a bond.
Absolutely.
It definitely does. Like I even remember like when we had like a little, I want to say it was an argument, it was more like a discussion, like the other week we had like a rehearsal after, and that shit sounded fire. Like, oh, could I curse?
Yeah.
Yeah,
crazy.
definitely.
But yeah, like we like put our heart and soul into that little rehearsal, and like it just felt cool. Like we got to talk about what was really on our minds.
Yeah.
We were all really on the same page, and like agreed, disagreed.
It was like a
without fighting.
It was like a breath of fresh air.
Yes,
It definitely was.
yes.
Nice.
Felt like the first time we like played together type.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. Like just a moment after.
So when you guys record, what's like the recording like you guys take turns, or is it like, oh, you only, maybe not everyone can go to the studio one day, or is it like pick up where we left off?
It's actually like all of those things.
It varies.
Okay.
It varies from all
It
those
varies.
things.
Okay.
So yeah, like
It's kind of fire. It's like a boys and girls club kind of. Have you ever been in a boys and girls club?
I've been in something kind of like that.
All right, so basically, when I was at the Boys and Girls Club, it would be like a bunch of dudes I was cool with there, and like some days they wouldn't come, some days they would come, but either way, it would be a fun day
Right.
because somebody's gonna be there that I fuck with. You know?
yeah,
what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying?
That's exactly how it feels.
yeah.
I think so.
Definitely.
It's like mad free.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A mixture of free and a mixture of like, okay, what are the parts that has to be done?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that can't be free.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Who do you think? Would you say there's a mind of all you that like really kind of leads and or makes the most choices, makes the final choices, maybe?
Nah, I honestly don't think so.
Yeah.
There's lots of moments where like certain members are doing more to like reach out, or like let's say make like a promo vid, or like find places to play at. But even then, like, and our discussions are like really scattered too. We're trying to get better at that too. But even at that point, like we're still in the know of like what's happening, and we all just try and get an opinion of least that of like everything that's happening.
Yeah.
And yeah, like oftentimes like we'll agree on like most things, and then things we really disagree on, like then those become like bigger discussions, and then it usually leads into like positive things because then we come up with something new or we realize which is better, et cetera, et cetera. Stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Adapting.
So you'd say everybody really gets along in your group.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day, yes. I think frustration always comes within everyone,
Yeah.
and especially if we're doing this, like we meet up a lot. I think so, and it just comes with like time of just especially just doing this for such a long time. But at the end of the day, no, we get along just fine.
No, yeah. I feel like that's all a part of it anyway. Like Thomas blows my shit every day. Thomas blows my shit every
Don't get me
day.
started on this guy.
Bro, like I texted him today while I was like 7 minutes away, and he answered. I'm like, I'm outside 7 minutes away, and he answered like 5 minutes. So it was like 2 minutes left. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, and this nigga takes like 20 minutes to get downstairs.
Right.
And all due respect, I had sold my car today.
No,
So I was talking to my parents.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, it was a big day.
Yeah, it was a
Respectfully.
big day. It was a big day. I was kind of busy.
Yeah, but it's just, you know.
I had a similar situation like that. Just today. It's even picking up Funzy. Funzy's behind the
Question. So you guys were talking about shows. Like, didn't you guys have a show recently? The Allen Street, New York.
Yeah. We had our first New York show last Saturday.
Yeah, New
And
York
that
show.
that same night we had one in Hoboken.
Yeah, the
2-1.
2-1.
New York show. To be honest, it was, in my opinion, but like what made up that day was Hoboken was pretty tight. Like the whole place was just inviting. The boutique like pop up shop they're doing was.
Well, you guys were thinking New York's gonna be crazy,
It could have been.
I wasn't gonna think.
It
I wasn't
could've been.
thinking crazy, but
lit or
I just didn't think it was gonna
It
be
wasn't
like.
what you expected.
Yeah.
I
Definitely
think,
was.
yeah, I think every event, especially since we only just have a handful. Like we just got started this January. Like every event, there's like a learning lesson. Like New York could have been good if like we planned ahead, got there a little earlier. And
Yeah. True. True.
but you know, having the Hoboken one like make up for it, and the two shows in one kind of like happened like a whole week prior, like 2 weeks prior than that, because we wanted to like we released our single and we're like, how can we make it like cool, I guess, to promote it.
a little campaign.
Yeah, a little bit like to promote it and just like, oh, we're doing 2 shows this night. It's
That is
Yeah,
it is
the more
pretty
shows you do, the more people know you at the end of the day.
Mhm.
yeah, and having music to back it up is like good because that was something also in the back of our minds, like doing these shows, but we have no music out. Like, what's
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's the point? You know?
Yeah.
So what's your style? What's your band's style of music? What's your band's approach to music? Answer that any way you want.
Wait, say that one more time.
What's your band's approach to music?
Oh, okay. Approach.
Like style.
This is hard to say because we do a fusion of like a lot of things,
It's a good word.
Yeah.
and we have a huge like influence from jazz because a lot of us were like jazz band players.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, rock, because like, yo, and Daniel's funky as hell on the bass. Like this man knows how to, and it's crazy to me too because like he didn't play bass like, now he's been playing for like more than a year now or just a year about.
Yeah, about a year.
But like the level of which he increased in his playing is insane. Like
You picked it up pretty fast
super fast.
A little bit.
in a year. That's pretty good.
Would you say it's for you?
I love the bass.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I started with guitar.
Yeah,
Thank-
and you're good at guitar too.
I tried.
But now on the bass, yeah, he's nasty.
Thank you, man.
How did you get better? Like, what? How did you pick at it? Like,
Oh man, just even going back to your question, like what type of style? Like I just remember like when we first like would link up, like we listened to a lot of like R&B, jazz,
Mhm.
those fusions. Like I would just analyze like really like, yo, how are these bass players like playing? Like people like Raphael Sadiq, like he played like on like D'Angelo records. Like how are like, or like Flea from like the Chili Peppers, like how are they playing? Like why are they so good? Like how does it sound like this?
Yeah, we were listening to one of our members, the one that's currently busy right now. His name is Derek. He put me onto D'Angelo.
Yeah.
He's a neo-soul artist.
Do y'all have a favorite D'Angelo album?
Voodoo.
Oh, same.
Honestly, like Voodoo's
Good.
my favorite too, only because it's the only one I listen to fully.
It's
really?
funny that you gotta experience it. All of his albums
Mhm.
are beautiful.
He takes time with it.
Yeah, it's just a different thing every time, and it's so patiently done. Like, there's a video for one of his voodoo songs where he did all of the instrumentation plus the songwriting.
Yeah.
So he literally put in the video.
Yo, speak closer to the mic.
Yeah, right. He literally put in the video him playing this instrument, that instrument while singing
Yeah.
to a girl at the same time.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that,
like-
that's pretty tight.
I did a fucking I did a presentation on him in college. So
You did?
yeah, whenever I speak about him, it's just like, yo,
That's tight, man. Yeah, yeah.
Thanks.
So speaking on roles, how would you guys say what your role is and what your role is? And then like, you know, other members can speak.
Okay, yeah.
Turn it around.
I'll say.
Yeah,
Got it.
my bad. But my role, I'm the lead singer. Well, actually no, technically yeah, cuz me and him are both just lead vocalists. There's nothing like above either of us, but I just tend to sing more and he raps more.
Yeah.
That's
fire.
but like nah, Ibn can sing. Like the shit he has, like, and the melodies he does, like, in live performances, like, it's pretty tight. And he harmonizes with me, like, low key, like, all the time. Like, it's really cool.
That's fire.
And-
Shout out Ibn.
He's locked in.
right
Oh yeah, I said shout out too. He's locked in the cut right now. But yeah, no, me and Ibn feed off each other like crazy. Like, his style just suits mine. I learned a lot from him with lyricism.
Yeah.
He learned a lot from me. He told me before, and I'm still learning from him. Like, it's just really fun.
Fact.
And yeah, like, we have a good ass connection. And honestly, what was the question again? I already forgot what we were talking
Roles.
about. Oh, roles. Yeah, just the lead
Thank
thing.
God he knew I was lost.
Daniel?
Yeah. I would definitely say like everyone, especially like, is definitely a creative in it. Like everyone has a hand and
Have their own strong
Something.
part.
you know, hand in the soup. Everyone has a different ingredient they can offer.
That was-
On top of like singing, like JD does some production too. Like he writes all his lyrics, you know,
Yeah.
goes back and forth with Ibn. For myself, I besides from like producing and bass playing for the band, yeah, I think that would be the roles. I try to like mix in different like, you know, styles, which is, you know, how they can like sing different or like, you know, it's very like, it's more than just like, all right, record, what's your parts, you know, like,
Yeah.
okay, how can we like all collaborate in this?
And how do you guys choose who's going to be on the song? Is it always going to be the same members or is it ever going to be split? Like maybe there's a song between just you and someone.
So
It just varies from like the idea.
what's up? Yeah, this band is like really set up like a jazz band. Like every role is just like one part to each role. Like a little, is it quintet for 5? I
Yeah.
think so, yeah, quintet. And then so like me and Ib, like, we'll just be on every song like together for the most part. Like whether he gets more on one song like to do and I get the other, like it honestly just comes down to how we jam with the song.
Yeah.
Because our ideas usually just come from a little jam first, and then we'll just go from there.
Facts.
But yeah, and then as far as the other people, like, we need a bass player, so every song. Our drummer, we need a drummer for like every song,
Mhm.
Yeah.
unless we're doing like just acoustic. And then Chris, our guitarist, right now, yeah, he's like killing it on every song too. Like, I think everyone's crucial.
Yeah.
Thing. So
So what's the like recording process like? Like what do you guys do? Do you guys do anything to get in a mood or you just pull up to the studio and just work?
Yeah.
We usually
You guys pray? I don't know.
together, guys, huddle up.
Little team huddle, that's pretty fire.
It kind of just varies. You know, it
Yeah,
kind of
like,
answers the same last
it's
question.
the same thing for the most part, but like different how we like enter. But a lot of times we started with like just playing a game or something. Whether I play Smash with like Chris or Dre, or we were playing this. What was this card game? What was that? Scrabble, Spot It?
Oh,
Signal?
One of those card games.
No, it was like, fuck. What was it called?
scan.
Scan. That was so wrong.
Yeah,
It's like this old. He picked it up at a thrift store. It's super fun. You gotta like match different like
patterns.
patterns.
It
shapes,
plays with
puzzles.
your eyes.
Word?
Yeah, it's like you
Thrift
gotta scan. It's like if this is blue, red, blue, and then you flip a card, and that's blue, red, blue. Then everyone has to like smack. First one that gets it collects it and stuff.
hmm
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really like fast paced and it hurts your eyes.
yeah.
It's really dope though. So we do like a little game at first, and then we'll head down. We'll talk mostly on like what needs to be done and what we need to do, and then after that we figure out like, okay, what we doing tonight, like with everyone here, and then we just go work in like the studio. Whether we write, honestly, like I wouldn't even say write, because writing for us is mostly just jamming.
Yeah.
Like,
For the most part, the instrumentation that kind of like drives which direction it's going.
mhm.
Okay, we have the beat already done because we're all playing it, or maybe I already have the beat ready,
Mhm.
or it could be an idea that just spawned like
Yeah.
me
In the
humming a
moment?
melody.
Yeah, like
Dun,
I
dun.
I sang like a little melody. He found the key right away. Chris did too. Andre knew the time signature, and then boom, like that song just spawned out of nowhere.
Yeah, there's different starting points.
So
Yeah,
our process isn't really difficult. I'd say coming up with a song. When it comes to perfecting it, that's when we get a little like,
Picky.
I'd say like picky about it. And it's mostly like everyone that does their part wants to get it like as best as they can. Like I know when I'm like singing, like I take takes, like my takes reach up to like 60. I had like 70 takes, 80. And then I was just like, nope, next one. And then it'll take time, like even till the next day I'll do that one like line until I get it right.
You got to do that though, you know.
got to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And are you guys honest with each other? Like, yo, bro, that was some
Absolutely.
bullshit.
Yeah.
absolutely.
My grandma could do better. Like, but nah, I'm kidding. But you guys get the point. Like, you guys are
Yeah.
honest with each other.
I like how I keep turning the shit around. I like how the honesty is in the studio, because like it's never like it doesn't feel like criticism that's like made to be purely negative and pessimistic. Like he'll just say, I don't like how this sounds because I think this could be better, or he says like, I don't think this would fit here because of this. And then we'll be like, oh, okay, I see why. And then we'll just like come up a little debate, but not really like debate. We'll just say like, I think this is better, this, that. And then it doesn't even come to a vote. After like discussing, every time we come to a conclusion, whether it be like, maybe we do vote for like which one's better, or we just ended up playing more and discovered a new idea together, whatever. Like we like to talk about things and just be a little more honest about how we sound and different stuff.
Absolutely.
And our arguments, you guys don't usually argue or anything like that?
Not really, but I don't want to say too much, but something occurred like recently, not too recent, but within like, I'd say like the past 2 weeks. And it was just really a reminder to like me, and I think all of us, like what we're trying to do here and like what things we need to avoid, and just,
What are you guys trying to do here? How far are you guys trying to take this shit?
Good question.
Yeah, come on, let's get fucking real.
I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
that like realistically, I think that will make it big, 100%.
I want
But
to
like,
make.
you guys want to get signed to a label though, be an independent artist for a while, you know?
Yeah,
Because independent artists nowadays can make bread, bro.
Yeah.
absolutely. Just stay.
Yeah, so our focus, honestly, right now, like we're still like I'll be honest, I don't have a general answer for that, and I don't think we all do.
It's a process. You know?
But
You
we
figure out what you want along the
Yeah,
way. You know, that's it, bro.
100%. But we all have the general consensus of
We're
we
gonna do
just
something.
want to share our like art and like what we do with, not even just like to the big masses, but just the people around us, and then build that like kind of upbringing. Like for example, there's mad like cool people in Elizabeth, and the people we were talking to yesterday for the show we're doing like later for a little party thing, we were just talking about how all these creatives are like so close to us, and it's a lot of cool people and a lot of cool things. And like what could really bring it is like if people are just like,
Collaborative.
Elizabeth
Yeah.
is small, but it's really big at the same time.
Absolutely.
mhm.
Yeah. There's people like I've never met in Elizabeth
That are our age.
graduated the same year as me. Yeah. It's crazy. There's somebody to meet every day.
Did you guys graduate 2019?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
All right, so like yeah, that's definitely true, because like there's like 1,000 kids in that graduation.
Crazy.
Yeah.
bro. Crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame anyone not knowing. Like even like Funzy, like we graduated the same year, but like I met him during the pandemic.
I've never seen him in my life till that day that we saw you guys.
I just heard of you. You're like an anomaly.
anonymous.
No, anomaly's like when you've heard of something but you never can't put a face on it.
And I didn't even meet you till after high school.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's crazy. It's like that though. It's like that.
Yeah.
I've known Daniel since like
We go since high school, no?
I knew you since before the hair.
Yeah, it's long hair.
But not to deviate, do you guys think that you would ever entertain the idea of a solo career?
Yeah. Solo career is already happening with Ibn. Like he's doing his whole music thing.
Yeah.
It's really tight, I think, and it just shows how versatile like that man is. Like with our songs, like we have that like fusion of like all these genres.
Yeah.
His shit like is just, if you want some hard shit to listen to, like tune into Ibn Ali,
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple Music, etc.
Oh,
Facts.
facts.
Yeah, even just like the situation, like he was already, when I met Ibn, like he was already making his own music,
Yeah, like he's been doing this longer than all of us.
and even just the idea of like bringing him around to the old MSU sessions, like just to jam with us, like that's how like it naturally came about. So like,
MSU sessions. Let's talk about that early days.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was all right. So
MSU days.
just that's how like the night shift.
Wait,
got-
first of all, did any of you guys actually go to MSU?
yeah, a
Only
lot of us did, dude. A lot of us did.
I was a fake attendee.
Nah, you attended technically,
I
man. You were
I
there so
attended.
much.
I would just go. Let's take it from like
Yeah, go.
when you
Yeah.
Mhm.
when you
Basically,
first invite
like-
me. over.
Nice watch, by the way, bro.
Oh, thank you.
I agree.
Was that the yellow one?
Yeah,
That one's beautiful.
my
But,
grandpa gave me.
Yeah, good shit. But when we were in MSU, we had a friend group, and I said it wrong, and like when I told it before, it was actually Andre that came up with the night shift, and it was just like a little joke because we'd always hang out at night and partake in the devil's lettuce outside at like, and then my friend worked at like
that was
Someplace.
pretty smooth. That was pretty smooth.
what? Because I'm vegetarian.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. No, yeah, we he always met up with us during his shift. Like he would just leave because nothing would happen, and then they'd always just like we're clocking it to the night shift as a joke, and then we just started freestyling for fun.
Wait, where'd the name Night Shift come from? You said him, but like,
Oh, his name is Andre, yeah, the drummer. Yeah, he
This
was.
is Derek.
Nah, I told the story wrong. Like he talked to me about it, and I was like, oh my god, I'm spreading lies.
Yeah, well, yeah, it just originated because one
Yeah.
of them like was working. They called it the night shift.
Mhm.
We started hanging out like
Yeah, and then what first was just like silly jam, like rap sessions. Then Derek started like bringing his guitar.
I brought
We
like a
started getting
speaker,
access to-
laptop. We would just access like classrooms
Yeah, like and
late
then
at night.
Andre would go crazy on like the fucking
The MIDI
keypad.
keyboard.
Yeah,
wait, all at MSU?
Yeah,
yeah,
because it was just a place where we could go and just be loud.
yeah. A lot of us dormed there, so we were already there. Daniel's just dope, and he pulled up all the way. And what was the crazy thing was Ibn lived in the same dorm as me, but I didn't know him like that yet. So
Wow.
I'd only see him when like I honestly saw him a lot because like we both like smoked and shit. So
Yeah. Do you ever
Talk
think
about
about that? Like you know a person and you saw them before the time you saw them before you
yeah,
knew them?
that exact thing I talk about a lot with everyone here.
Yeah.
Because like I have like that connection with almost like everyone. Like Ibn, I knew him just from seeing him like in Montclair. Like I've seen his face. So like when you dorm, you start seeing the same people all the time because you realize like who lives in these dorms and all that. So I saw Ibn a couple times before. It was crazy to the point with like someone like Derek, like that was like that plays guitar for us.
Right.
I met him at a pool party sophomore year of high school. Daniel wasn't even supposed to come to that party, but I just hit him up. I was like, yo, I'm at a pool right now. And then I told my friend, and he was like, yeah, you can come through. Daniel came through, and then we were watching this band play, and it was our drummer right now, Andre, and Derek, the guitarist, and their little band in high school. And yeah, it's just crazy like thinking about how like I've seen these people before. And
Did that band not work out for them?
I guess it was like just a fun thing they were doing.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
not really
we were
too
just so
sure.
young. I remember that day. Like I wasn't even doing music that time,
Right.
like at all. I just remember seeing them play. And
What's
stuff.
the craziest shit that happened at MSU?
It's the craziest.
Like, you know, band wise, and then maybe if you want to tell part personal.
Up at like this place, the Skyline, you get a view of New York. And then my friend brought like this big ass wine bottle, and then we were just smoking too and just drinking. And then a big ass bird like flies into the wall, like and smacks its head, and it like twists. And then we were just like, what the fuck? And it still gets up and flies away, but it's like all like wobbly, and we don't know where it went. And then two other people came to the Skyline, and we told them because we were kind of like freaked out. And then we told them, they were like laughing at us, and they're like, you guys are lying. And I shit you not, like I promise you, they went to sat down and look at the Skyline and talk, and then the bird came back and smacked its head.
Again?
Yeah, on the glass. It was dead. That
Yo,
time. It
that's
was dead.
funny.
And then that same night, like
Oh, wait, you said it. He died after?
I think so.
Rest in peace.
Rip Bird.
Hopefully,
Bird.
like he survived. But yeah, if he did, rest in peace. And that same night, there was like 3. I have videos of this shit too, like raccoons like eating the Panda Express from the trash can. And
Yo,
they were
raccoons?
opening the trays and shit.
Raccoons kind of scare me.
Nah, they're mad cool.
They're better.
I don't know.
than
They're
You're
just
alive.
not scared enough.
I've
Like
never-
they see you and they'll stare at you.
I've never heard someone say, "Yeah, raccoons are cool."
No, but that's,
Never.
no,
Nah,
because
Piero likes raccoons.
I
a
felt
lot.
the same way until I went to Montclair. Montclair is full of animals, like deer walking
Deer.
around,
Oh,
like
Yeah.
a lot of raccoons, squirrels, like the little chipmunks and shit.
It's nature.
Yeah.
So like that's when I learned raccoons were pretty chill, cause like they never want near us. If you wanted to give them food, they understood it. They just took the food and left.
Yeah.
And then if they saw you were eating, they wouldn't go to your food. They would just wait for you to throw it out and then look what was in. Like they had manners, yo. Some crazy.
Is that more manners than some humans?
And have you guys, outside of New York and New Jersey, or I guess the tri-state area, do you guys plan on taking trips? And
Absolutely.
how would it go down though? Like, would you just go there off the spur of the moment and then you just look for places, talk to people?
Yeah. It could start either where one of us knows somebody,
Mm-hmm.
we go, or it could be like an Airbnb trip, like even like how we did our first Airbnb when we went to like South Jersey.
That was
And
dope.
Played as a band for the first time.
Where?
That's fire.
We went to Poconos. Well, we call it Poconos because we were supposed to go to Poconos, but then we went to South Jersey to some.
It was like in Hamilton, around like middle south, like
Okay.
west.
Oh,
Somewhere really
Secluded.
open.
It's out there.
It's out there.
Yep.
It was just a
Then-
cabin, trees, and $1 general. Like that's it.
That's an experience, eh?
but we were just like jamming crazy. Like that's where I found my, because I was rapping a lot.
Wait. Jam where though? How'd you guys get a spot to jam at? Like,
Oh, we were just in
At
the
the
cabin.
Dollar General?
We set up.
At the Dollar General in the back.
We just set up everything in the.
All you really need is
Cabin.
like speakers.
Yeah,
you know?
speakers,
Even like
we had the
something
drum
like
set with
this.
well, you guys said you guys did a show.
Oh no.
Okay.
We
This
were
was
just,
pre-shows.
we were just planning like, okay, we want to like, we should go on a trip where we play music and just
Just
jam.
loud as fuck in the woods and just go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened because like that was like 2 weeks after we started hanging with Derek, and I just threw the random idea like, yo, what if we just did this?
Yeah, he said it randomly. Like, what if we just like played and went on a trip? And he didn't expect all of us to be like, yeah, we're down.
I didn't at all. Last person I expected was Derek to be like, yeah, I'm down. And we did it. And that was Christmas of 2020.
Wow. It's always the shit you least suspect.
Yeah, it was right after Christmas, and like we drove down there. It was type scary. We got there late, you know.
Oh my God, it was terrifying.
bro. Like we
Yeah.
pulled up to this cabin. It felt like a scary movie.
We went to the wrong place at first.
at first, yeah.
We were gonna die if we didn't leave in like the time we left in. It was too
Why?
terrifying.
Why?
It was just scary as hell. Like something was bound to happen. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't trust
Up
that. Like,
there.
Old
but-
trucks are parked and stuff.
Yo,
Oh.
towns like that are not cool. Like,
That's where the weird shit goes down.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
Nah.
know what happens.
There's this one time I went
Literally the night shift.
yeah. I went camping. That was stupid.
No, that's going.
I went camping like way out in South Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where those
You're probably
type
right
of
next to
people
us.
be at. And I went to the bathroom one night. It was like a no connection type place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom with my parents. We had to drive there to a cabin, and it's raining. Like, and obviously there's no street lights, so it's dark as fuck.
Mhm.
It's like thunderstorming. And when we pass a certain place near the bathroom, like right behind the bathroom across the street, our lights caught some old nigga, some old dude just standing in a raincoat like this.
Stop.
Like his eyes weren't
No.
like he was like that, looking at the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hell no. Like
Yeah.
You didn't
and
go,
then,
right?
And then we went in the bathroom and shit. And then I didn't go in the fucking bathroom.
yeah. Okay. I was about. That's what I
They
was
went in the
asking.
bathroom. My dad and we told some people who came with us because they came right behind us. We're like, "Yo, we found somebody watching like the bathroom across the street." They were laughing at us and shit. And then they turned out of the parking lot, and they all saw him, and their hearts like dropped to the floor and shit.
And what happened? Did he
And
just like
then-
run away?
Bro, the next day we came there and it was like one little tent, like he was staying alone type shit.
Oh.
He wanted some company.
He's probably a guy that
That's so bad.
it was just so sussed out, but he probably just didn't have a place to go. Maybe
He wanted some company. It's
Especially if he's
crazy.
staring you down.
that's kind of creepy though.
No, it was very creepy. He was moving like robot, like demonic.
The
demonic
raincoat,
vibes.
rain, lights. It's all in the context of just.
Are you guys scared of ghosts?
Dude, we were talking about ghosts.
Yeah, literally. Yes,
And
I got some ghost stories.
just get shit.
Shut the front door. No, you
I'm
don't.
not. Nah, I seen an exorcism, but
Oh, what country are you from?
the Philippines,
Interesting.
And Ecuador?
Yes.
Yes.
and
That's
then
right.
oh, yeah, I'm
So
scared
the
of ghosts,
exorcism?
but I just know that not all spirits or whatever are
Wait, hold up, bro.
friendly.
I'm so
Some
sorry.
are friendly.
I am so sorry.
No, you're good, man.
You said
Exorcist, right?
you saw an exorcism and acted like it was
Yeah,
like
wait,
nothing.
no,
Casually, I dropped it. Yeah, like I went to my dad's friend's house. We always went there because that was my dad's best friend, or not best friend, but one of his good friends from the Philippines that lived close to us too. And then his kids were like, they were a pair of brothers. I had an older brother too. His name is Thomas, by the way. Like, you're the first person I ever met besides my brother named Thomas.
What? I feel like that's a
Nah, when you're from I heard a lot of Filipinos named Thomas.
Oh yeah, or
No,
Tomas, cause like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no, my brother got the H.
Spanish descent type shit. But
Nah, Filipinos like their American
are you
names.
serious? Only person named Thomas, really?
Yeah. So now I know too.
Filipinos do like their American names.
Yeah, my name is Justin.
I know a lot of Filipino niggas named like Richard and
Richard.
Yeah, that ass.
I want to go to Philippines.
I've met a lot of Filipino Richards. No cap.
I know.
Yeah.
How many?
I know two.
Don't,
just kidding.
don't do
I'm
that.
just kidding.
Kick you out the break room.
Name one. I name one named Fox. Wait, what? I know one named Fox.
Wait, you been to Philippines?
Yeah, I was there and then I moved here. Like when I was mad young though, so I grew up in Elizabeth.
But you
I-
haven't gone back though?
No, I came once in like 2017. That was dope. I was there for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Word? That's a
But-
long time, bro.
I thought it was a long time, but then I was like, damn, I wish I was there longer.
Oh,
Wow.
for real?
Yeah.
There's like so much to do.
So much to do, and then I don't like all my family. Like no one's here, so like they're all just back there. So it's just cool to see everyone.
What about you, Daniel? Ecuador?
Yeah, we actually went to Ecuador last.
That shit was
Together?
tight.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Family is
Just you
super
two?
kind.
Just you two?
Yeah, it was my mom.
Oh yeah,
us two. When we landed together, she went to her hometown. I was
Yeah.
with my dad's side for like 2 weeks, and then after that, we flew to where my mom was, and yeah,
We left
cool.
our mark there. We painted a neighborhood.
We painted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
My mom, she lived in like a barrio where it was like it's like a little park in the
Yeah.
center of like houses, and it was like that's the park she would play at when she was little, and she had this idea like to paint our main street, like the curb,
Yeah.
like make it remodel it,
Yeah.
because it just looked like
That was voluntary or like.
voluntary
Yeah.
completely. I remember we were in the paint shop. We were talking about how
Yo,
paint
yeah.
shop, just
Yeah.
listening to demos that we would do.
Yeah.
Like, yo, when we're back, like we just gotta record one of these.
That's-
Yeah, we
Like
kept
30
saying that.
minute like long MP3s are like, yo, like this second right here, like we gotta do it. And
yeah.
yeah, it was
One day.
cool. We did it,
Did we?
right?
Oh, that's the song
You're
we're talking
doing
about.
it.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh, okay. So you did it, or you're still doing it?
Yeah, we did one of them. We have like a lot of demos and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And have you guys ever heard of the Death Grips?
Death grips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like the Death Grips?
Death grips are tight.
What's
Yeah.
a death group?
I've just
It's a band. It's a band. Oh. It's like a rap, like punk rap band.
Electronic.
So
I only
I brought it up because I feel like there's a
Mhm.
lot of inspiration, a band, especially with a rapper and people who would rap.
Hmm.
There's a lot of inspiration you could take from those cats.
They're
yeah, I've just heard of them and never really listened to them.
Yeah. If you look into it, it's dope shit. Like you may not like it off first listen or whatever, but hearing it live or some shit like
an
that.
experience.
Cause bro, their lead singer
Mm-hmm.
or their main vocalist is this small dude, and he speaks really really soft, like he speaks like this kind of.
That was good.
Ass. But when he uses his like stage voice, it's like he sounds like a beast.
Yeah.
Like
He's the one
Not-
that goes like,
Yeah, like and I don't mean beast like, like some niggas, you know what I mean by beast.
yeah.
But he's more like his voice is just strong as fuck.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yo.
What songs are you guys playing tonight?
Yeah, speak about catalog. You guys have like a lot of songs. Like
Right now we actually have a
We have
fair
a
amount.
handful. Yeah.
I think we want to do the same thing as the boutique. That was really nice.
I really love how we play that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it like that. So if we're doing like that, we made this like little intro idea that runs like a minute long. So
It's like a little interlude.
Yeah.
it's not really like. But so the first real song is called "Ride." That's the single that just dropped last week, was it?
Yeah.
Around that time. And then we have a song called "No Sums," 12:10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
War. We don't like the name of that song, honestly. We just haven't decided like what we're gonna call it. So it's just War for now, but
Yeah.
Roar?
we just say war so much in the song we don't like it, but
I thought you said roar, honestly.
oh
War sounds way better than roar.
Roar.
yeah, like RAWR.
what would you change the name of the song to?
I was just about to ask you, like, what would you change a song named War to?
I feel like they'd have to hear the song first.
Yeah, it
though.
depends. It
Absolutely.
definitely depends on the song,
And then we have their closer song, Night is Young. And then Ibn had this idea and Chris did too with the guitar riff. And then
It's called Hit 'Em.
yeah, he has like this dope ass chorus hit him. And that we're probably gonna do that again, but just freestyle because we just want to play more.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's probably it. Not too long because like people are DJing stuff too. It's gonna be vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know I said, actually, what's your best memory performing? Like you two individually, because obviously, different people.
Honestly, like
What's yours?
I really want to say the trip we had. I still think that was definitely a performance.
That definitely felt like it. Yeah. That was a very
Honestly,
first
like
time.
yeah, like we made a song called Shrooms, right?
Nice.
And then that's
Is it trippy or is it not?
yeah, and then so you can just imagine like what led into like making that song, and then it was just like a freestyle, and then since like everyone had shrooms, like we
was a
were
vibe.
really like feeling the music, like there.
I think music off psychedelics is top tier experience. You really hear shit that you wouldn't hear. Like,
All right. So, question: you guys have taken shrooms before?
partake a little.
Guess it's pretty obvious.
and yeah, just during that trip, I never did it again. I just wanted to try it there.
Word, sir.
And you did it while performing.
I say performance because it was just like
No, there's
us.
It was a
It
performance.
was us
And
a
then some
couple
friends,
other
but, like,
yeah.
Other than that, like I consider performance because like just the way we played, like
It's
the
a
way
memorable.
really remember like the way I sing now, like came from that day.
Can I ask
Like
you
I
guys?
found my voice.
Wow, that's amazing.
How do you guys feel about like you guys don't get like stage fright performing in front of people or like
I definitely get stage fright.
I got
like-
like a little bit of nerves,
But,
but
like,
that's
yeah.
just every time before.
every
Just
time
jittery.
no matter what you still get
I'm just like, oh, we
Yeah.
gotta go up. But
Yeah.
when we're up there, it's just like,
and like what if one of you guys fuck up? You gotta keep it pushing. I like
Yeah,
what you
like
gotta do.
at this point, like
yeah,
there's just things like unfortunate things that happen. Like for example, Ibn's mic just got muted. It wasn't his fault, and then
yeah, it's like out of your control.
but
it happens.
he
Kept it going.
he's
Acapella?
like yeah, like he fucked like that. He didn't fuck it up. Like the sound got fucked up, and then he noticed. He waited for like a new like measure to start, and then he came into his verse. Everyone caught on too. Like Daniel, Chris,
Yeah,
Andre. They all were like, okay, that happened. He's starting now. Let's just
happy
keep pushing."
accidents. It's all happy.
And then
accidents.
only we know that it's like a mess up, and it's. I like that about us. Like we don't let little mess up like want to stop us. Like.
You got to spit through the stutter.
And a
Yeah.
lot of like mess ups lead to some cool stuff. Like I've
different.
sang a lot of notes by accident, a little too sharp or flat, and then I like it, and I'm like, oh, hold on, this is kind of tight.
Yeah,
Nice,
Little
bro.
things like that.
different variations.
And like for your actual live performance, do you guys feel like you guys do things that are like, or you guys are always adding on to that? Like you guys want to be good live performers?
I think so.
absolutely, like
Uh-huh.
even like outside of the music,
Yeah. Mhm.
just like what's playing
Being
behind us,
Great
you know?
speaker, all that shit.
Yeah, keep them entertained, or you
Yeah.
know what goes behind it, like visuals.
A couple bitches twerking.
That could be something too.
Yeah.
That's
Yo, that was the kickback.
The kickback, yeah.
Kickback.
Said a couple bitches.
Oh yeah, that was last Monday.
What happened at this
Time is
kickback?
here.
Nah, it was just a little like thing we played for, and then
With strippers?
It was like it was like this office like party. It's like people that work at an office, and this was like their only time to just like have fun. So they were just going crazy.
They were having
Yeah,
They
fun.
were just having fun. They were just having fun. It was
Letting loose.
yeah.
Letting
That's
it all.
fire, bro. You had people like that?
To be fair, it wasn't mainly our music, but it was still a good time. It
You
was
maintained it. You
it was- yeah.
maintained it,
it
bro.
was still a kickback.
nah, we mostly just jammed. We like freestyled everything.
Yeah, we didn't have
But the inspiration we took from was just since it was only just the bass, you can't even tell
Yeah.
what songs we took from. So
Word.
that shit's ours.
Yeah,
Facts. And that's how it is too, you know? There's so much artists out here who just redo something that was done by somebody else, but they do it in their little zing or whatever, you know?
yeah,
That's what music is, really.
absolutely.
Taking the ideas from somewhere while mixing them with yours, you know? That's the formula.
Comes from like the stuff that we like, you know, like just off of nature. It's just like, yo, what if we make something like this? Or like,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's always like that.
Yeah.
Like it starts off a lot like, yo, why don't we make something like I like this little thing here, like this little guitar riff or this little melody. Let's like not copy it, of course, but like branch upon like this one little aspect of it, and boom, like
yeah.
Yo, I got a great question for both of y'all.
What's up?
Where do you guys think, and this could be in any way, like where do you guys think most or more of your inspiration comes from individually?
oh, I gotta think real quick.
It could be any literal thing. It doesn't even have to be an artist. It can be an artist. It could be your mom, dad.
I got a lot of inspirations. As far as like
You could say multiple too.
I'd say my brother is huge inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the other Thomas.
Shout out other Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he just graduated. He's about to move to Cali. He got a nice job. He's always like been working hard.
Older or younger brother?
Older. He's a year older than me. He's 22. Is he 22? No, yeah, he's about to turn
Something like
23.
that.
Yeah, 22.
Whoa, he's moving to Cali for his job.
Yeah, it's dope. Like he deserves it. Like he's been working hard as hell. Like
What is
the
it?
last
What does he do?
biomedical engineering. He got like a little.
That sounds like you get paid a lot.
Yeah, that's that shit. Like that's that smart shit.
You probably went through a lot in school though.
Yeah, 100%. He called me a lot of times and just talked like, not to speak too much, but just how hard it really was,
Yeah.
and then how brink of like defeat he was, and then
Like quitting
he
and
still
shit.
graduated. Like it's dope.
That is dope.
Huge
Stupid.
inspiration.
Oh yeah.
And then this is just like my inspiration too. And I don't think a lot of people can see why it's silly. I don't think it's silly. I think it's a dope ass inspiration, but I am heavily inspired by this character in an anime I like. We were just talking about it earlier. His name is Luffy. And just like the aspect of his character I see is very inspiring is like, without talking about too much, he's a pirate, but for the sole reason of wanting freedom. He doesn't want like to be shackled by like corrupt governments, evil people, none of that bullshit. Like his sole goal is just to be the freest man ever. But the dedication he has to reach what he wants is super inspiring. I have no connection.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna become like he wants to be pirate king. I'm not a fucking pirate. I'm
But it's the,
New Jersey.
the
I'm
A
action.
fucking band.
yeah, right. Like
No,
the
people
action.
sleep, bro. People sleep so hard on Japanese culture in every fucking aspect. Like every single aspect. Japan is ahead of us in clothes,
Clothes.
time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they got some cool shit.
I heard
Mhm.
that their alcohol literally tastes like juice.
Their
at
alcohol is
clubs.
good.
Like,
Oh,
Like their
soju?
beers.
it's just they
Yeah, soju's
live
really good.
different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I've always appreciated Japanese values, which obviously show in their media what
Mhm,
they
yeah.
release. Like there's real people writing these stories at the end of the day, and they put their life into it.
Yeah.
Like manga writers literally don't have off days.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta release something every week.
They work worse. They work harder than authors. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just about to not give credit to something like that. because everybody's calling it cringy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a real story.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
And Daniel, where do you get interest from? Inspiration?
man. Whether it's maybe like just randomly walking or skating with like headphones on, or I don't know, like throwing on a CD, like not just playing music off your phone, like just doing something like,
Extra?
yeah, like to some people are like they're in love with like vinyls and stuff, or just getting into bands, like lately just like analyzing like different like band members, like what do they listen to, you know, or like they're in the process of like an album, like what were their inspirations, and they just say it, and then I'm like, all right, this is music I haven't listened to at all. And yeah, mostly for the music and just creating in general. Like I could probably like look at like, I don't know, like a square, and I'll probably like tell Funzy like, yo, how that looks like could probably go like on a shirt or something.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But like the fact that like,
tried it.
you know, you're just like living and
You're
you see
open-minded.
something. Yeah, try to.
Yeah, this
You
man's
know what?
open-minded.
You know what I also think? I think that you are a guy who likes collaborating with others, working with others, bouncing ideas off
Yeah.
one another.
I feel like that's just
Who you are, man.
it's where you could do so much with another food of thought.
Yeah.
You don't know what
That
somebody else can like present.
Two brains is better than one.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
even if you think you're like the nicest or like think you're the best of all time, and people probably are, but like even those people have like collaborators, you know,
Yeah.
or their own producers.
You could be the richest man in the world and learn something from the poorest one in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And it's just beautiful, you know,
Fact.
collaborating.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like-
I like collaborating.
Even like collaborations to the extent of like a band, it's still not an individual thing. Like we're collaborating every time like we meet with each other. You guys are collaborating with each other with
Absolutely.
No Bass podcast.
Thanks, man.
And
Appreciate it.
I'd rather much do it with like everyone else than like alone. Just me personally, because like I know what I'm capable of alone, and then I know what I'm capable of with people that share the like-mindedness.
Yeah.
And you guys hold each other accountable.
With people you
Yeah.
could see
Yeah.
eye to eye with.
Like if you were alone in your room trying to do this, probably wouldn't take it as serious, maybe.
Yeah, like the reason why I take this serious is because like everyone's passion towards this isn't the same. It's not like oh yeah, like, we really want to be in this band. We want to do good. Like we see that as normal, or it's not like oh it's a crazy dream. Like no,
Yeah.
like and everyone in our band, Fonzie included too, has like the passion towards all their like arts,
Endeavors.
crafts, music, etc. Everything.
Goes hand in hand. And the fact that like we take time out of our day, like some of us have jobs,
I was
some
just
of us,
about to
like,
ask that. Personal
devote,
lives.
you know, like different things. Some of us have different things going on, and we just devote this time of the day every single day just off of nature. And granted, a lot of people do that, but the fact that there's that
That's what
love
we-
for it,
Yeah.
that's the same reason why people come to see you, or like come and like share an idea or want to work with you, like
Because they feel it.
yeah,
Feel it.
Yo, 2 questions.
yeah,
One is kind of a band question. One is like a personal one.
sure.
Do you guys feel like you guys, like more girls, care about what you do now? Or like girls are like,
Do you guys have a target audience?
nah, like
Oh, okay.
do girls like fuck with y'all? Like you guys are a band. Like girls
Like,
like that. Girl,
I don't really know.
Not
I think like
come.
I think because looking through our followers, like it's really like an even mix. And then even like the shows we've been to, whether it's like smaller crowds or slightly larger crowds, it's like an even mix of people. So I think just general consensus, like I don't really know. I guess girls do like us, but other than that,
Yeah, he's like
I could care less.
He's,
I don't wanna go.
okay.
Oh, yeah. You put
Alright.
him in the hot seat, bro.
I did it.
oh no, that's okay because I have my answer.
Yeah, word. It was
Yep.
a comfortable answer.
All right. Other question. Personal lives, like
Yeah.
like you guys. So you guys, some of you guys have jobs. Like you guys devote what day out of the week to this? Like every Monday at 6:00. Like we're
So this is the night shift dilemma. It's scheduling is I think our biggest problem, which isn't the worst, but it's mostly because we don't have anything set in stone usually. Funzy and Dan introduced this app to us, so they're trying to like tell us, and it's a dope thing. They talked about it too, just so we can get our mind tracked done more. It's like a little like journaling app kind of thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it shows you like what you got to do for the week and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And we want to have like a set day to meet each other type thing, but we're happy enough with what we do when we do meet up, but we always do want more.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always different. It's kind of like I always relate it to like, you know, if you're at work or like at school or like with a project, like, you know, you gotta concentrate some days to it, you know. And if you really want to get stuff done like music or record ideas, like some of those days got to be devoted to it. You know?
Yeah.
Some of it could be like for the chalkboard of, you know, come up with ideas. All right, whose ideas can we go? But
I have a recommendation.
oh, please.
Yeah, I think you guys should definitely like just choose a day where y'all, and it could be even be a day like y'all were supposed to practice. I think it is definitely a great investment of time, like just sitting together, like getting a calendar and drawing out.
Every day of the month.
Because some days you don't necessarily have to meet each other, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
It could be like, okay, so this day of the week we're gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you just randomly choose shit and then you already planned that out like 2 weeks ahead. So you're like, nah, I can't do this.
Right.
Day, you know?
Yeah.
And it takes a while, you know, to think it out. Like, what are we going to post or what are we going to do together? Are we going to record this day, you know?
Yeah.
But once you're done with that, bro, you have your whole month set out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Especially if there's like dates devoted, like even like having
Yeah.
shows kind of like made it
Mhm.
easy. Like
right.
we just-
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that puts you guys, it could help put you guys in such a good groove. Cause like you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, when are we meeting up? You know what I'm saying? As much.
Definitely.
Y'all could meet up again like middle of the month and like, all right, let's do this again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I had another question.
Yeah. What's up?
Merch. You guys doing designs and shit like
It's in the works.
in the works?
Bro, you know who their manager is?
Shout out Funzy.
Facts.
Yo,
Yeah.
that was clean.
It was.
That little whisper. I thought it came from like over there.
Yeah, he's used to this. He's used to it.
Seduce your ear.
So how do you guys get shows? You guys were talking about you guys just got to know someone. Like, what's that process like?
Email?
But you reach out, they reach out back, or like
Most of them that just happened, it was like Funzy sending out emails. The ones prior to that, like the people that gave us our first show, at the litter box, it was just like, you know,
Knowing
whether it's-
people.
yeah, just knowing people that like know them, and they just like say, "Yo, you guys should have this band," or like coming up with an idea, like going to other bands, like, "Yo, like what if we do like a build together?" And like, you know, at least
Then
one of the
boom.
bands are gonna know someone, and it's really like not that hard. It's kinda
Word?
easy. Yeah, yeah.
it just sounds hard, honestly.
Kinda
Like
hard.
outside looking
Yeah.
at
It's
outside looking in, like, oh my god, like how did you book something like that?
Yeah.
But I feel you.
it's kind of
It's easy. It's easier than it thinks. It's really just reaching out.
just reaching out, you know, just step outside, talk to the people, and
Yeah.
Also, I have another question that I asked you before this, but I think like maybe the
Oh.
people want to know is
Yeah.
like so you kind of are like the glue, because like you knew everybody beforehand, right?
yeah,
How did you meet everybody? Like how-
individually.
yeah, individually, or like what made you be like, okay, I'm gonna like introduce all my friends together?
We gotta do the timeline.
Oh man,
Little quickie or no?
Now we can do
Yeah,
this.
quick timeline.
quick timeline.
And then send it off. We'll be good.
Boom. 5th grade.
5th grade,
Me
went-
and Daniel met.
middle school.
That was swag days. Yeah. 5th grade.
Roar XD days.
Hell yeah.
XD day.
Time passes. Freshman year of high school.
What the
I'm in jazz band,
crazy switch?
and then I was playing this theme song for this anime. A lot of anime shit. Fairy Tale.
Which one?
Yeah, Fairy Tale. And that's when
Oh,
that's when it was.
okay.
It was an ass.
Yeah, I get
And
it. I
then-
get you.
Andre walked up to me. He was like, "Is that Fairy Tale?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then boom, instant friends. And then he was like, we didn't hang out as much outside of band, but since I had jazz band so much, I saw him all the time.
Yeah,
Fast forward, like me and Daniel would hang out a lot. Like this was already like when we graduated high school.
yeah.
We-
Yo,
we
these
hung out a
skip,
lot.
these time skips are nuts.
Yeah, like nothing too important happened between them.
Yeah,
Just
word.
playing.
Nothing in
But-
between.
For the night shift, no, who cares? Anyways, yeah, so we would hang out a little pre-quarantine, like right before like quarantine started. Then quarantine started, we haven't seen each other, and then boom, one day he hits me up. He's like, "Want to go to MSU?" And this is by the time I met not Daniel. Well, I did meet Daniel. I met our drummer Andre, our guitarist, and our other vocalist. They're both busy right now, but I met them, and then we would just always jam together. Eventually, Ibn came along. And then
Yeah, I met Ibn in high school, end of high school.
yeah, he already knew him.
I think I mentioned this already. I met Funzy, middle of the pandemic. And like it just ventured out to different things. Like maybe like we stopped talking to each other, but like we were just figuring things out. And continue from like his timeline, like just it was
Yeah.
just very natural.
Yeah, and the last person we met was Chris. And it's just funny how we like I think it's funny how I met him is because he's just the cousin of someone I knew in high school. And then it's just
You won't guess who's he's cousins with.
I won't.
You won't.
wait, did they know him?
You went
I
to
don't-
school with him.
I went.
Wait a
Wait,
second. Wait.
me in middle school?
Yeah.
Oh,
Think of someone who's doing music.
Razia.
Yeah.
Shout out Razia.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like wanted him to come to one of the MSU sessions. He's like, "Yo, think I'm gonna go with my cousin."
Yeah, Raziel came through. He recorded for us. We wanted him to like play with us too, and he was like, "Nah."
He recorded the first ever like video of like us like performing. I guess like we performed in front of like jazz kids.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we meet Chris after. And,
yeah, we met Chris that night, and that same night he like laid guitar to like
I left, so I didn't even know. So it was this song I was working on that
Yeah.
me and Daniel had started working on, and then he put this guitar thing over. It sounded crazy.
yeah.
And then eventually, like with him as our last member, and how we can just close this is we all wanted him to be in the band.
Absolutely.
We just never talked about it. We were just like,
Yeah.
we just always like jammed with Chris and shit. And then Chris finally asked, he was like, "So am I in the band?" And then we were all like, "Yeah, none of us got a problem." Like we thought you were already in, and then we were like, "Yeah, we should probably just vocalize things more." But then,
Word.
yeah, that's how Chris got in.
And before we wrap this up, what are some goals for you guys want to do before we left off? Like some achievements you guys want to hit this year? Maybe drop an album this year. I don't know.
Record
Album.
a
Albums.
handful of
Yeah.
songs, meet new people, whichever small goals that leads us to bigger goals, whether it's like performing outside the tri-state area or just,
yeah.
you know, or just meeting the right people, you know?
I feel like goals
Networking.
just really come
Networking.
naturally, you know? Goals really come naturally, like when you have a passion,
Absolutely.
really
Yeah, that's
love
true.
doing something, and you naturally, you know, you're being honest with yourself.
Yes.
'Cause there's a lot of people that don't be honest with themselves. They just tell themselves it's good and then go off that.
Yeah.
But when you're constructive and try to see where you could grow, the
Mhm.
goals just come, you know? They
Yeah.
go to you.
Yeah. It spirals out. Not
Yeah.
to be in a loop, just always spiraling.
And it happens in a way you never expect too.
Mm-hmm.
It happens in a way you never expect.
Yeah.
No, dead ass. Like that's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Even the little show thing we have later. I ended up
Plan.
knowing the dude like
Oh, yeah.
his name is his name is Ian. His Instagram's like Yuncia. That's how you pronounce it. I was right. I know how to
Drops
read.
some cool
Nice.
shit.
And then yeah, I knew him because I did this thing in high school called speech and debate, and it's basically debate was a straight debate, smart people stuff. I'm not doing that. Speech was like competitive acting. So you take like a script from a movie, book, anything that's been published, and has like the ISB numbers or whatever the fuck it's called.
You
As
met
long
him
as
through
it's
there.
Published, you can like act those things out, and I did that. And then that's where I met the dude, and he just looks so different now because his hair was like longer, I think, before.
Mhm.
It's a little longer now. He's like a shortcut.
Yeah.
But then I was like, damn, to think that like you were making these clothes now, doing your passion things.
And
And he was talking to me how much
And-
like that.
is he a part of the restaurant bar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doing a lot.
And he's like, yeah, like
Have you always had
He's-
your hair long?
me, nah.
Oh, because you said
I-
he looks different. Maybe you look different too.
I used to go through a lot of hair phases. I had like half blonde and then a top knot, but like shaved. Then I had like that typical K-pop. That was like my Filipino swag phase. And then senior year I had like a little buzz. And then college I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna grow my hair out. I don't care anymore. And now I don't want to cut it because I really like it. I like
Chill. I feel like
it's versatile. Yeah.
you know, I feel like when people grow their hair out, it's nice. I said this in the episode with Val. When people grow their hair out, it's nice because it's like it shows the real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like imagine, you know what I'm saying?
I know
Like
what you mean,
they're
like-
the texture, through the texture, you could tell like, oh, like you're really so and so. Like your family comes from here.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could be somebody that has short hair all the time and then they grow their hair out
Yeah.
and it's like Indian straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a Anthony Kiedis type long
Yes.
hair, or like
Yes.
John Frusciante curly hair. It doesn't matter.
All
or a
types.
buzz cut.
Yeah.
Like
If
hair
you
is
treat it
such a-
nice,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Hair is such a
Nah.
personable, like
Some
Define
days
it.
though,
in some
especially
way.
summer. Some days I want to cut this shit, man. I'm like,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it gets
No,
crazy, right?
But just
Bro.
throw it up.
yeah,
having
Throw it up.
having these braids on.
Look
I-
good on you, man. It's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I need to go to the barber to fucking shave it. That's why I didn't take pictures yet. But right, yeah. When I braided this shit, I was lost for a second. When I braided this shit, I felt all the air running through my head.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
had no idea that shit.
Remember even the braids we got?
yeah. Yo, we got this lady, a friend of his mom's in Ecuador had the salon and she braided our hair. It was
You
so
guys went?
cool.
So
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, and then the way she did it, like she like crisscrossed everything, and
So well.
but it was
done.
still
Did it
neat
crazy.
though.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I never.
Hurt. It hurt. I was about to say it probably doesn't hurt for you guys.
Yeah, I think you fell asleep during it.
Yeah, because I like
Yeah.
getting my hair pulled.
My pain tolerance.
Oh, my head
you a
is mad tender.
Oh no, like I can see why you think. I meant like because my mom takes out my white hairs, but and yeah, I like when she takes them out. So that's why like when I was getting braids, like feel nice.
My head's always been tender. Like at the barber, it took me a lot of development to not cry on the seat.
Yeah,
I used to be going home
Dang.
looking bad.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
Head pain.
It really used to hurt, like burn my head. They would be like, I got carried away anyway.
good man.
How do we get to hair?
I don't even know.
Talking about.
Talking about.
I think you asked if I had my hair long.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you were saying because
You said, "How do we get to here?"
People change. You know?
yeah, people look different and we didn't recognize people, and it's
Yeah.
been
Nite
3
Shift.
years since
You're Daniel. You're you. You're Darian.
Thomas.
I'm Thomas.
That's funsy.
You're Guy.
Yo, but nah, yo,
We gotta wrap this shit up.
word. We're so thankful you guys came today, bro.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you
Bro.
for having us.
All of you.
Yo, I was gonna also mention this. We could do more episodes, but like maybe next time.
Yeah, next
Set
episode.
up too, like this. We're working with limited potential right now.
Limited mics,
You know what I mean?
literally.
Limited time.
Limited a lot of things. Limited finances. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have a bathroom right now.
Nah,
You don't gotta air us out like that.
we had to pee
I
outside.
do gotta air us out.
You know what? Fuck it. If you
Nah,
know,
like that's no shame though. That's no
You know,
shame.
you know.
For real.
No shame.
It's the grind. It's,
Shame
it's
at
the
all.
early stages.
Yes, sir.
if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi maybe. AC.
Yo, when,
I don't know.
when we both make it big.
There
You
you
know
go.
what I'm saying?
We will,
both
yeah.
make
Like-
it big.
It'll be an
Maybe
elevator.
Before that.
When we got the millionaire studio.
And
It'll
then
be
we'll
the
put
elevator.
podcast in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
Proof we have one.
Imagine a
the
podcast
big
like that.
bathroom.
Imagine a podcast like that. Every episode is just somewhere different.
That would be.
That'd be
I-
hard.
Yo, go
You
somewhere
might have
next.
just broke barriers. You gotta get up.
It'd be pretty far, like on the go, mobile.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like recording it.
Nah, but I guess to close it, do you guys have any questions for us? We like sharing the spotlight too.
I
Man,
want to know, like, how exactly did this start and when did it start?
Yeah.
This podcast.
It started
Like this time last year.
when we
Oh.
talked in when we recorded an episode, but we
Oh.
had been thinking about. Well, I'd been thinking about it beforehand.
Okay.
Because first it was me and my other friend Johnny, and then we asked Darian, and then
you guys were at the office, I remember.
yep, we had the office.
And that was a nice spot.
It was a nice spot, but
I remember now.
other people were a part of it, but that's different. But
Right.
then Johnny ended up just not continuing really. So me and Darian just kept it going.
Right.
And now we just go crazy.
Full steam.
Yeah.
Never looked back really.
Congrats. Yeah.
Nah, I remember being with Johnny and Thomas, and like I tell everybody this. We were with Johnny. I was with Johnny and Thomas in the car, and I was talking to them like, "Yo," because I had just got into like a whole different way of living. So I'm like, "Yo, we need to plan our shit out. We need to do this. We need to do
Yeah.
that." And it was right after we had just all smoked. So I remember Johnny looking at me like. And he's like, I don't know if I want to do all that, bro. And then Thomas is like, nah, he's right though.
Yeah.
And Johnny just looks back.
Damn.
He's quiet for like there, and I was like, in my head. It's like it's over.
You were
But-
right there, man. Just figure out the people who really want to do it and just
Mhm.
Yo,
full steam, man.
the more you are yourself, I forgot we were talking on the podcast for.
Yeah, we're still we said bye like 3 times.
Nah, yeah. The I'll just close it out. The more you're yourself, the easier it is to see who's for you.
Facts. Follow the Nite Shift on Instagram. It's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna play shout outs. Shout
That
outs.
was beautiful.
Shout outs. Follow the
shout out
Nite
to what he
Shift.
said. That was really
Shout out to,
I just
shout out to that.
Shout out to the quote.
shout out to the quote. Shout out to the Nite Shift. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to
Shout out-
Thomas.
Shout out to the merch.
Shout out other Thomas.
Other Thomas.
Out the merch.
Oh, unreleased underwear.
Nah, thank you guys. Shout out to Funzy.
This is
Shout out
dope.
to Ibn.
Shout out to Funzy. Shout out to Ibn.
Shout out to everyone
in the
out there.
stew right now in his personal stew. Facts.
Yeah, this is
Shout out.
beautiful.
Shout out to
Thanks for stepping into the break room. Actually, yeah, thanks for stepping into the break
Yeah,
room, guys.
Thank you.
Deuces.